What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDmac, and welcome back to another episode of Palworld. That's right. Today, I promised you guys that I'd show you what one of my favorite routines is for farming the special cave mushrooms, as well as getting XP and just loot in general. This is kind of an in-between episode. I had meant to do it last time, and we just ran out of time. So, let's get to it today. Just to give you a real quick update before we do, thank you all in the comments for letting me know. I need to correct the fact that I thought Jormuntide Ignis could only be bred by doing it with himself. Well, that's absolutely not the case. With a normal Jormuntide and a Blazamut, you do get outputted Jormuntide Ignis. So that is my bad. Want to correct the record, and I've been crazily breeding to finally get my very first Legend Divine Dragon, Ferocious, and Musclehead version, which I hope to have a whole lot of for our future raid boss fights. Also completed Blazamut, however, I only have one. I'm trying to get a pair, male-female pair. Anyway, let's get on with the episode. Since I'm wearing my cold gear, why don't we start off with that? Let's head on over. The first in the routine is right over this way. Now, I want to specify there are plenty of rounds that will get you more mushrooms than this. However, it always kind of drives me nuts that I end up running, like, if I don't have exactly 10 to make the tippity top health potions, I get a little upset, and I feel like I have to continue to farm until I get the exact round number of 10. And it just, it ends up making me play for way too long. So going this way, this will always net you exactly 10 mushrooms, which is nice. These guys, pretty much by the time you finish the routine, you can almost do it right again. But I usually limit myself to once or twice per play session. If I want more than that, I will go to, caves and whatnot. Anyway, let's start off lightly knock. Let's go, bro. Depending how good your pals are. Of course, this is a more endgame thing. You gotta be able to have pals that can handle her. But this should give a fair amount of XP. All right, first one done. And look at that. Real lot of XP. So great if you're trying to raise the levels on your guys. All right, and then I found usually about like once per day, it seems like, and because I'll play sometimes for over 8 hours straight, and the chest doesn't always respawn, but it seems like once per day. And we might have, nope, it just gave us the 3. It was a little delayed in showing that. So there's our very first one. Cool. And of course you get loads of other good gear along the way. Let's head on out. Where's the exit? Why can I not see? All right, come on, buddy. I think this one's big enough that you can just fly right through. Man, I wish I had more pals that were as fast as Jetragon, because holy crap, nothing compares. All right, let's move on to the next one. That is in the cold area. I do 2 in the cold and then 2 in the hot. Do I have my good gear? Okay, good. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Next guy we're going to be doing is Kingpaca. And I also like this because they're all fairly close to teleports. Like, you don't have to travel that far. All right, let's go, buddy. Kingpaca, pretty easy pal to take on. Not really all that threatening. Oh my goodness, getting caught up. Not really all that threatening, but does have the capacity to give you decent loot and decent XP. So 2 more cave mushrooms, then I think that's it. I think we get 6 in this round. No, 1 more in here. Actually, why don't we switch up to you? Get wrecked. Now, of course, doing this with higher level pals, you will, you know, take them out super quick, except the point of us doing this is to help level up lower level pals. Jeez. I almost never see my guys get frozen here. We have it twice already. Oh, and that's so annoying too. I'm going to have to run back to my base. I've only noticed that since the last update that I'll get raids on my base when I'm not actually at my base. Super annoying. All right, so those are the two in the ice area. I usually head home to just throw my mushrooms in the fridge because they do spoil pretty quickly. So why don't I go ahead and meet you back at the base. I'm going to take care of the raid and we'll continue on. All right, raid party is taken care of. Next, let's switch up to our heated gear. You're probably, unless you're rocking higher tier stuff, you're probably going to need to use undershirts. But we have thus far from our little mission 6 mushrooms just to show you. Let's head on over to the volcano. So we are going to be going to take on Astagon and Blazamut. So why don't we go right here? This is usually the fast travel I like for both of them. It's kind of like right in between. All right, cool. And jet rag in. Thank you very much. All right, let me orient myself. All right, first one is right over this way. So this is, I believe, Astagon that we're going to. Hopefully I can usually make it. Ah, I didn't quite make it because I got disoriented for too long. Come on, buddy. If I didn't sprint, I'd probably make it, but all right. So let's go Astagon. We got one mushroom right up here, and these are in the same exact spot, I do believe, every single time. All right. We should have, yeah, one more right here. Now, unfortunately, sometimes they don't actually spawn or something happens goofy. If I left and came back, it would probably be there. But since our main thing is for the, and by the way, you get quite a few of the Bellinor slabs doing this. This is also a great spot. I don't currently have a base to get sulfur. And a lot of times what I do when I do this round, I'll just clear out the sulfur nodes after the battle, and that has been more than enough to keep up with making ammo, and I help out with these fights quite a bit. All right, so again, we got our mushrooms. That's the main thing. We might have been able to get a drop, and we definitely would have gotten some XP if he was there, but not too important. Now, if you don't have a jet rag in and or you get distracted while doing these fights, it's a good idea to refresh your inventory. Just because you only have 15 minutes before a mushroom starts to spoil. So that would have been, the teleporter's right there. That would have been good enough for us to go home if we wanted to, but I want to go pop on over here, and should be right here, I believe. Yep, this is the Blazamut. So they're all pretty close to each other. Again, it helps if you have a jet rag. And sorry, the time of day that I'm doing this, it is a bit dark. But this should give us our final 2 mushrooms. Yep, one there, one there. All right, let's go, bro. And these are all fairly simple fights. You can also catch them too. Of course, I've already bred all these guys. All right, cool. And on occasion, you'll get some pretty good gear and blueprints and whatnot. And of course, these chests on all these different bosses, they all have a potential to have a chest. They all have the potential to give Bellinor slabs, and we just got, look at that. I mean, we already have it, but rare assault rifle schematic too. It's not bad. So let's go ahead, do a little refresh to give us 15 minutes. Of course, when you do that, it resets the timers. Thank God they didn't get rid of that. And that pretty much concludes all the different bosses. I'll show you one other teleport. So this one I usually do first just because it's the furthest from a teleport. But actually, we could go back. There is one more teleport right down there to the right, in which we might not have to go uphill. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, right down there. So we should be able to zoom over and make it all in one go. So lots of good caves around both of these entrances as well, but that is plenty good for me. Bada boom. And this gives us our exact 10 cavern mushrooms. Perfect. Which, if you don't know why I'm doing this, is you really want these things. And here is why. They are how you get the high quality recovery meds, or really any of the recovery meds for that matter. Let's go ahead and as I said, I like to go for the high quality ones. They cost 10. The mediums cost 5 cave mushrooms, and the low qualities cost 3 cave mushrooms. In my opinion, you should almost never do a 1. I guess the only advantage of that is you don't need cotton candy, but for just 2 more mushrooms, you get this. But I like this one because you get, in total, the best recovery possible. So why not? And that round gives you the exact amount that you need. Bada boom. Awesome. And I like to make them as soon as possible because the cave mushrooms, they do decay. However, the recovery meds do not. So, kind of priceless. The cotton candy, if you don't know how to get that, let me show you real quick. I assume you guys know all this stuff, but in case you don't, let me see. It should be, where are you? This guy right here. He'll drop them if you battle him, but otherwise you can just go ahead and tame them. And when it is in the, what's it called? The farming. When it's in one of those things, it will make the cotton candy, which can also be used as a food. I, a lot of times, will use cotton candy, though, like this, because it does not spoil, and it will go in the feeding box so that you can keep it so that you have, instead of having all of your food that's decaying and, never gets, it's just, you're wasting it. This way you can have it focus on just the one. That's why I had to pick up the cotton candy and put it in my inventory when making the meds, because otherwise it has the possibility of pulling out of the feeding bin. So, just a nice thing to do. Another thing that you can use in there as well is honey. Now, of course, they did add in an update that you can check off and say food only, but still, if I'm doing, there is some other foods, I want to make sure that I just have the one thing in there. So that concludes my favorite round of getting cavern mushrooms while also getting XP and loot. It's easy enough, gives you 10 every single time. Anyway, it is looking pretty good. Hopefully I'm able to get my team of Jormuntide Ingus all hatched out and then leveled up for the upcoming Bellinor fight, So hopefully, if all goes well, next time I post, we should be doing the fight. Otherwise, we're going to be pretty close to. So definitely come check it out. Also, if you want to see more Let's Play episodes of Palworld, I've documented everything I've done to get up to the point that I am now. So hope you enjoy, guys. Also, make sure to go check out the Discord. Link for that is down in the video description. We do have servers that are available for Palworld as well as other games. And other than that, make sure to slam that like button. It helps me out oh so much. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't yet, seriously, what are you waiting for? It is the perfect time to subscribe. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace out.